Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Low Poly Podcast, episode
26.
26. Holy shit.
We're back, baby.
That's twice as old as I am. How are you doing, Dylan?
It's twice as old as my favorite age. I'm doing very well, Josh. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to keep this intro?
No.
Okay.
We've been recording for about 5 minutes before this, but there's a reason why you're only seeing it. No. We have a new table. We have new angles.
But it's just us two today, isn't it?
It is.
Calvin is not here. I can't remember exactly where. He's in the US. He said something about going to like a rally in New Jersey or something like that.
Something's happened. I don't know why, but he was asking about different ammo types.
Something. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. You're the one who's been in the mass shooting, not me.
Yeah, and then first, and I said to him, Calvin, you can't aim straight with your giant nose, putting you off kilter.
So yeah, we've not been able to get a hold of him.
No,
to be fair.
we haven't heard tell of him. To be fair, since the early hours of this morning.
I'm sure he'll be back this week.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a voice note.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yes,
I've got this.
Something that said,
Take this, you fascist!
Don't know what that was all about.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
That's wild.
Hope he's doing well.
He always lands on his feet, does
Yeah,
Calvin?
he always figures something out, doesn't he? Our Calvin. He'll be back, I'm sure.
Enough of that boring shit.
Isn't it dead funny that Donald Trump just got shot at?
Not really, to be honest.
It's when I found out, I went, holy fuck.
I was just like, oh no,
But
he's
like,
definitely gonna win.
No,
We cut this bit out because this isn't fun, light-hearted gaming talk.
What are you talking about? This is very lighthearted. Well, how do you know that the US election doesn't directly involve the gaming industry?
Cut. Let's go back. You just start again. What are we talking about today, Dylan?
Talking about fuck all, Josh. We've been living our lives. You've been in Africa.
Yeah, a lot of Germans in Africa, and we all know what happened there last time. So, been keeping an eye on things. But yeah, I had a lovely time. You and Calvin were gonna. Oh, that's
Sorry.
what good pussy sounds like. You and Calvin were going to record a duo podcast, which I was very excited for because I went, how bad could this be with Calvin having to like talk? Number one, think of things on the spot, but talk about something that he doesn't know about, and also be funny for a comedy fan.
Yeah.
It would have just been a beautiful disaster.
Me and Calvin were watching some old episodes the other day, and then there was a bit of him coming on camera, and I thought he was going to cry. And be like, "Is this what I'm like?" I'm like, yeah, Calvin, this is you.
This is you 100% of the time.
He called himself anti-crack.
I would have loved that. That would have been my favorite episode, I think.
The Calvin and Dylan episode.
Yeah. I would have done that. I'd do one with Calvin, I think, because I think I could get him to.
Should me and Calvin swap seats someday?
No. I don't want you to be in the room because I know he'd like look to you for support and stuff like that. And I just need to record like lights on him for 45 minutes and be like, make a joke. Go on.
Be funny. Yeah. The pressure's on. There's 10 people watching Calvin.
That's what I want. No, and the rest, lad.
And
Dozens of us.
Dozens.
What the fuck? We were so originally we decided to be smart with things.
Yeah.
Because there was the biggest DLC release of all time.
Fucking right.
Of Shadow of the Erdtree came out, and we went, that'll get some people in watching, and then we didn't record for 3 weeks.
Everyone's already played it.
Yeah, which is good. I think,
yeah, because I feel my opinions have shifted ever since it came out, because it's been a couple of things. I think pretty much nearly done. I have like the last 2 bosses to kill, and that's me.
Yeah.
I think I have like, I want to say 30 hours in it.
Yeah, I think I've put like 20, 25 hours into it. I think I've done most of the stuff.
Initial thoughts, yay or nay, good, bad, shit, gay.
Amazing, one of the best Souls DLCs, not the best DLC of all time. Like it's not even close to Blood and Wine, to be honest. It's not even close to be honest.
I haven't played Blood and Wine.
Right.
I think it's the best DLC ever made.
No.
I haven't played a DLC that's made me go, this could just be fully its own thing.
That's it could be its own game, but I don't think, like, for DLC for me, I don't know, it just feels like it's just more of something that's really good. But Blood and Wine was like a level above even like the main game. But I don't want to like fanboy for The Witcher because we've got enough of those people.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It's a fucking class game.
Witcher sick.
But there's also several issues that are really fucking me off with this game now. The biggest one, I don't know if you've had this, is the fucking loading times
of Shadow of the Erdtree.
Oh my fucking God. It's like 5 to 10 minutes.
Really?
I had to reinstall the game. It was taking that long.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I've heard specifically PC performance has been absolute dog
shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible.
Mine has been fine when playing on PS5. The worst I get is like pop-ins, like it's fucking Mass Effect 1.
No, there's quite bad frame drops. And like my
Yeah.
PC is not amazing, but it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And to have to like press the continue button and then be like, I'll just have a shower now or something like that. I don't know. I'll take a shit.
That's the worst fucking game for that to happen. Are you dying much? Are you finding it difficult?
It's definitely, the bosses are definitely harder. Whether they're harder in a good way is like a different question. The bosses I think are more interesting. There's some bullshit, but I think the side areas are way better.
Yeah.
It's made me think about Elden Ring as like the base game of Elden Ring. I thought was really good, but now it's in like a shorter experience. I think maybe honestly it should be like half its length, to be honest.
I fully 100% agree. Shadow of the Erdtree, I know we've been talking about performance, but just very quickly, it feels like a very condensed version of the main game where you have all the main beats, but it's in a super condensed.
It's like the
class.
B story, isn't it? It's Claire's version. It's Claire's story of Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring being as big as it is amazing. And I don't even really like agree with the criticisms about later on it gets a bit bullshit with like scaling and stuff. I think it stays really strong throughout the whole thing. But all of the areas, all of the dungeons, apart from the catacombs, which make me want to fucking cry sometimes, are all really good. And I think honestly maybe they should have stuck with that. But I think for FromSoft, Bloodborne is shorter, more tight.
It is.
It's way tighter. And the same with Sekiro. And Sekiro is probably my favorite FromSoft game that's come out in the last sort of 10 years.
Yeah, Bloodborne's mine.
Yeah. So I
fully agree.
Like,
I got put off by Elden Ring. Me and you didn't fucking finish it when it first came out.
I got to Altus and went, fucking hell.
Is it still going? Is it still? Literally, that's exactly what happened because I was blasting through maybe like 60, 70 hours. I was like, right, cool, long. This is great. What an adventure. Yippee. And I got to Atlas. I was like, right, this is the last bit. Wonderful. I just have to truck through this and then I'm done. And then I've had a lovely time. And then and I go, wait, what? And then, the land of gigantism? What the fuck? And then there's a whole
the
other bit.
field of very tanky bears.
Yeah, and I was like, I think there was one enemy that just beat the fuck out of me immediately, and I went, I'll come back to this a different day. And a tale as old as time, Josh, forgot about it and started playing some other bullshit. But it was only from the DLC coming back that we both went, yeah, it's time.
And it's definitely, it's amazing. It's been really good.
But to be fair, every single From Software game, I've had a similar experience.
Yeah, everyone. I've never beat, apart from Sekiro. Sekiro was the only one that I've beaten off the bat. And that's because it's like 15 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every single one, Sekiro included. I've started and went, Dark Souls 1 I started and went, this is fucking shit. Yeah. This sucks ass. Why would anyone play this game that's so artificially difficult? It's for Redditors. This is fucking shit. Yeah. And then the third time, I don't know why I kept trying. Because usually when I don't like something, it gets fucking deleted from the recesses of my mind. And anyone that likes it, I think is shit. But there's just something about it.
I only played Dark Souls because I bought it because everyone was like, it's dead good. And I don't even think I loaded it up. I was just like, man, I'm not in the mood. But then I saw a YouTuber like
a tale as old as time.
I was going to say, like, I don't actually remember being like a massive fan, but I think the name was like Halloween 45, I don't know. He was just like some English guy, but he was like, I'm going to show you how to get up to the gargoyles in Dark Souls or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, this seems pretty easy. And it was like, that did it for me. I think I did Dark Souls the whole way through then after that.
Yeah. That's what I did. as everyone that played Dark Souls 1 realizes that you can go down a wrong path really easily. And if you were like me, like 16, like, I don't look up guides. I'm a gamer.
Yeah, exactly.
No. And then once I fucking put down that stick up my arse and just looked up how to do
That's
things.
such a devious thing though, because like on the left, on the right is the way that you're supposed to go, and on the left
if you fucking get dropped off by the crow and walk straight, as you tend to do, Josh, you go, forward trajectory, wonderful, and then it's end game fucking skeletons
down the path of giant respawning
this
skeletons.
is the whole issue, and Calvin started playing Elden Ring in my house and had the exact same thing. So what happens, and because of the notoriety of these games, you go, oh, well, these are hard. So when you hit the skeletons that fucking clap your cheeks over and over again, you go, well, maybe I'm just shit, and maybe I just have to grit through it, and then of course you're not going to do it. Yeah. And you keep getting further and further and going, what the fuck is going on? But no, you have to fucking 360.
Well, even Elden Ring does that, doesn't it? Because it's like
Tree Sentinel.
Yeah, Tree Sentinel. You're like, oh, are you just like a boss or something? And he's like a fucking mid-game enemy, and you're like, okay.
No, that's Calvin seen me playing Elden Ring at home and went, oh, on my day off, I'm going to give it a go. I was like, fucking yes, lad. Came home.
Died to Soldier of Godric 50 times.
I came home and went, how'd you get on with Elden Ring? I was like, oh, lad, I fucking 45 minutes in, and like I just couldn't get past. And I was like, what do you mean? What'd you do? It's like, that fucking Tree Sentinel just kept killing me. I was like, you're not supposed to fight him, you know. And just the hate in his eyes, just like, I was like, why did you not learn the lesson of like, maybe there's some enemies that you can't fight?
Go back to.
And he was like, no, because I know it's hard. I'm like, yeah.
It's true. I don't think.
Do you think that's a good or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing, to be honest, but it's
weed out the bitches.
No, it's not even weed out the bitches.
Yeah,
but
you don't want Calvin to have fun playing.
I think Souls games can be way more like esoteric and weird than maybe you just don't need to fight this guy right now. Because back in the good old days, you used to have that all the time. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it was just like in the middle of the first zone of the game, maybe not so much. But like the whole thing, right, is that in every Souls game, you walk out of the first place and then you get murked by just like a regular enemy, but it's a boss. And you go, oh, damn. Yeah. And I think people learn the wrong lesson with like, this game's just hard and it loves killing you rather than like, you might not be able to kill everything the first time.
That's it. That's almost determines if you're going to enjoy these games or not, is if you go, oh, this is just a cunt and difficult, or, I love learning. Maybe I could try something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've always liked that. Well, I was the latter of those when I first played it, as I think most people are, and I feel everyone has that little.
I get it. After you ring the first bell. Yeah. After you kill the
I think for Dark Souls 1, it was like, I think I seen a YouTube video of the gargoyles and was like, where the fuck are them cunts? Because I went down a path, the Hydra in Dark Souls 1.
You went to like dark room base
immediately to the Hydra.
You went down the wrong path full of many respawning skeletons, and you went, I guess I'm not going there. And then you went down to fucking dark root base.
Yeah, so I went, right, okay, so don't go that way, I go up this way, which is like, oh, enemies I can kill. Wonderful. I got to where the gargoyles live, didn't realize that there's a little staircase that goes up the way. I just went right. Do you know where the fucking blacksmith is? And I went, this must be where I go. Why would there be so many diverging paths? And just went into the Hydra and got my fucking ass kicked. And I beat him. I think I spent 2 hours with like level 4 character, just like waiting. So for people, you go to this lake and a giant 8-headed fucking Hydra snake appears and you go, it doesn't even it's not even a boss.
No, it's just an enemy.
It's just a dude. And I go, that must be where I go. Why would there be such a big thing there if that's not the direction? Spent 2 hours waiting for it to drop its head, you slap its neck, and then I went, yeah, wonderful. And I climbed up a ladder, and there's like a rolling cat creature that kills you, and I went, I'm done with this fucking shit game. Fuck this shit game. And then I looked up a guide and I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
lessons learned, folks.
Look up the guide. Who gives a shit?
Some
of the stuff in Elden Ring, with like the Eternal City and some of the quests, like, do you remember when the game released, they didn't have the little portrait telling you where NPCs are?
In Elden Ring?
Yeah. It's like, how the fuck is anyone expected to beat this guy? Like, even Blythe, everyone's favorite character, Wolfman Blythe, you know, I want that. I want that guts armor. I need that berserker armor right now. But like he goes, where is he? He's like he's in the church howling away, and you have to get him down.
Yeah. So again, because I seen him in the promotional material. I was like, who is this cool fucking guts wolf man?
Exactly.
Class. And then I was playing the game. I was like, where is this cunt? He's the coolest NPC. And it was someone I work with that was like, oh, have you met Blythe? I went, who? I don't talk to Welsh people. and then he was like, oh, you have to go into the forest, hear him howling, and you go, and then you have to go to the merchant that you first meet. And then he goes, oh, the wolf man. Of course I know about him. Yeah. Here is a gesture.
You don't know about Blythe.
You don't know Blythe.
Right? Okay. He's laughing with his donkey at you because you don't know how to, the wolf man.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like in the DLC, I haven't really looked up anything. Yesterday I was like, I can't find these last two fucking map fragments. I was like, I just very quickly was like, what fucking direction am I supposed to be going here? That. Okay, cool.
I spent maybe 3 hours. You know, when the path up to Mesmer, there's that tower, isn't there?
Which one?
The storeroom with all the right, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. It's not hard to do, but you go there and you like skip several floors. So I'm like, how do I get to those floors? Because I know there's something good there, and I'm like, I'm spending all like 3 hours like going up, going down, trying to make jumps. Like, do I need to pull another lever? Am I speaking to everyone in the right order? Like, do I need to go back? Blah, blah, blah. And I went, fuck this. I'm looking up a guide, and it's like, right. So if you want to get to those floors in the storehouse, you have to leave the dungeon, go to a separate area. You need to go around the map and go through the back door.
Go through a cave and then a hidden underwater level.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, and that's how you do it. And there is nothing good there for you. That's
what I did. I got up to the Shadow Keep and went, this is the main thing. I'm going to turn around and I'll go this way. And I went, back in the fucking Shadow Keep, fucking bastard.
I was so like, I was just like,
I do like that, and I do when you find something by yourself,
you feel like a big brain.
When you swing your sword at a wall that you might go, that might be looks a little sketchy. Maybe this wall might be not a wall, and it is. I mean, 99% of the time you start hitting walls, you feel like an idiot. And you go, yeah, of course, but that.
And then you downrate the message. Fucking prick.
Fucking fuck you. But it was the one in the Shadow Keep that brings you down to the Abyssal Woods. Do you know the one where the coffin is? I just hit that. I was like,
It annoys me though, because everyone goes, you know what? Back in the day, everyone was like, oh my God, the levels are connected. How amazing is this? There's lifts everywhere. It's like, okay, it doesn't matter how nonsensical the lift is. It's like, but we can get back. And then Dark Souls 2 fucking ruined it, and everyone was fuming. Because it's like, what do you mean I go up an elevator and then I'm in a volcano after, you know what I mean? Like, how does that make any sense?
What did you, I always found the excitement of like the link back to Firelink Shrine and how Dark Souls 1 was so connected, and you walk around, everyone creamed their jeans over that fact. I thought it was like, I
don't care.
Yeah, like what? This makes sense. Why wouldn't you do it this way?
I don't care.
Like, I feel like other games have done this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They do. And it's like, oh, it makes the world feel lived in. It's like, yeah, I guess, but we don't have like lifts everywhere, do we? You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. There are sometimes just doors that go places. I think the fact that they don't open from one side.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, isn't that so cool? Doesn't this make so much sense? But it's like, how many doors, honestly, do you come across in your life where it's like, oh no, it only opens from the other side? But this is like a main door. You know what I mean? This is like a really important door. I know the door to this studio doesn't have a handle, but it's still like, you're this guy who's holding a hammer that weighs like 100 kilograms or something. Like, this thing is designed to be held by like 20-foot tall things, and it's like, oh yeah, I just can't get through the door, lads.
It's the From Software games are very video games, which, you know what I mean?
Which I like. Was really good. Yeah, they don't try and be like, they don't try it and be realistic. Which
not Deus Ex.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no girls' bathroom for you to go in Dark Souls. There's no bathrooms of any kind. Have you seen the Instagram account, Dark Souls Toilets?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Fucking incredible. Do yourself a favor and guys, and look up Dark Souls Toilets on Instagram, because it's fucking brilliant.
And I've been in a few of them.
Really?
The pubs of Ireland.
Oh, are they?
Fucking some stinky
Yeah,
toilets in there, lad. But yeah, what's your favorite toilet?
I went in a toilet on Friday, which smelt the most of piss of any toilet I've ever been in. You know, like, when you go on holiday and you step off the plane and the heat hits you?
Yeah.
It was like I opened the door. It was like a fog door. It was yellow. Let's go.
Boss music starts
And there
playing.
was just some random guy getting really coked up at 5 p.m. on a Friday. What are you doing? Did I ever tell you the story?
He's just playing DJ Sammy on his phone.
Did I ever tell you the
boss
story
music.
of...
Every time we touch again.
That'd be fit.
Sorry.
The time when someone in a pub thought I was like an undercover police officer. Some friends of mine, Liam and Joe, hello guys.
Hello.
We had I think someone was moving away or something, so we were like, oh well, let's all go out and let's just make a night of it or something.
Yeah.
And we did a gimmick of oh well, we all like Guinness, let's go drink a pint or a half a Guinness in every pub in our town. So that's
Did
25.
you just out yourself as a half Guinness man?
No, but I'm not drinking 25 pints of Guinness because I will die. I wanted to do it anyway.
A death worth having.
You first, lad. You first. But the first place we went was very nice, and then we moved over to this grotty pub over the road. And we went, right, let's just fucking get out of here. But I was like, I need to pee or whatever. So I walk in, very similar deal. There's a big yellow fog, and I go, what the hell is this? And it's just two people. And bear in mind, this is 3:30 p.m. in July. It's a nice day, but there's just two people.
Yeah, the summertime really brings out the worst in people.
Yeah, they do. And they both go like this. I'll do it to the camera. They go. I'm like
the Resident Evil 1 zombie.
Yeah, exactly. They looked. The look was very similar. But I go. I kind of go. You know what I mean? Autism smile. I go.
Yeah.
And I go to walk through, and as I'm walking past him, and this is a very narrow bathroom. He's like, "What are you doing in here, lad?" And I was like, I'm gonna take a piss. So
what you mean?
I was like, all right. But I was like, I won't go in the urinals because I just don't want to be near two guys doing a load of coke. So I walked into the cubicle and shut the door, locked the door, obviously. Yeah. And then I hit, this would have worked way better on the old desk. Yeah. And he's like, lad, are you a busy or something? And I was like, well, I'm trying to piss, but I can't piss because this guy's talking to me. So I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And he spends 5 minutes and he keeps going, you have to fucking tell me if you're busy. And he's like, let me in. He's rattling the door. And I just was like, could you just fuck off so I can leave? So he goes, and he's banging for 5 minutes. I'm just I didn't realize I was scared of pissing. Apparently, I'm just there please, just hurry up before he gets through the door, because I can't be fighting this guy pissing at the same time. And he gets quiet, and I go, he must have just his friend must have pulled him out, or he must have got bored or something like that. And I open the door, and he's just standing there, and he's like, I'm really sorry, lad. He's like, I know you're not a busy. And he's like, really good, but you have to tell me if you are, right? And I'm like, I'm not fucking busy. Shut up. And he just goes, do you want a bit? And I was like, no. I was like, no. And that kind of shifted his mood again a little bit. He was like, what? There's no reason that you wouldn't do coke at 3:30 on a Saturday. You must be busy. So I'm just there. I get out. I've been in there for 5 minutes. They were like, are you shit? And I was like, just necked it and let's leave or whatever. But as we're leaving, I'm putting my coat on, and a guy goes, you're right, lads, I'm really, really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. And he tries to hug me, and I was just fucking get away from it. I was like, be fucking normal. Just get away from you, little freak. Oh, good times.
I really like that. It's almost like he had a breakthrough moment in that toilet. It's like, I know you're not a busy, it's just, my dad was a busy, and, it's just, I don't even really like doing big. It's just, it just makes me forget about those moments where my dad was kicking in my bathroom.
It was really funny. There was a guy who everyone used to know, but he used to get made fun of a lot. And someone called him a pedo once, and he went, I'm not a pedo. My dad's a busy.
I thought you were going to be my dad's a pedo.
That's what it changed into. It's I'm not a busy. Me dad's a pedo.
People are stupid, aren't they? Like,
Bro, like people getting cokey at that time of that time of the day, like they're annoying at the best of times. I realized that like people taking drugs is to drunk people what us getting drunk is to like sober people. That's what we're like for them, and that was kind of a moment. I mean, it's not stopped me at all.
No.
If anything, I drink more than
I feel really bad for people that don't drink. Not for any not for any other reason other than like
you have joy in your life.
It's because I respect the hell of people like no, don't need the sauce. I'm like, fucking fair play.
I do.
But I love sauce. And
you get lost in the sauce.
But like I know from being sober and around drunk people, they're like, fucking hell, is this what I'm like? And I go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm like.
You just can't. You
just have to accept it.
Yeah. Everyone is stupid when they're drunk.
Yeah.
And no one remembers. That's the thing. Like no one fucking remembers.
Yeah, no one.
Do you know how bad you have to be? Do you know the caliber of activities that you need to do, which you've told me about, that you have to do to actually remember those things?
And it's mostly me that hits myself rather than anyone else.
Yeah,
it's
I don't hit you. I love those stories that you've told me about when you get too drunk.
Yeah,
it's
great.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and you know what? That like 3 days of anxiety and fear afterwards, is it worth it for the story?
No.
For the podcasting tales?
No, it's absolutely not worth it at all. I thought I was dying the next day because I took a shit and it was like completely black, you know what I mean? And I was like,
that's a Guinness poo, that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was kind of still very drunk, so I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, I think I called 111 and I went.
Or for the cops.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
See, video games, we brought it back.
Yeah, that was a good way of doing it. But yeah, like Elden Ring anyway. Great game.
Fucking class.
No, I say it like for all the thing of there's some dumb shit.
Yeah,
it's still really good. It feels really good. The only little thing I would say is some of the bosses feel a little bit overtuned for me. Renala not being able to like outpoise her like two-handing a great sword. It just feels a bit silly. That hippopotamus grab is one of the fucking dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. That is genuinely one of the stupidest fucking things ever. I hate that hippo.
To be fair, there's I mean, the whole internet for the entirety of Elden Ring was like, it's easy, lad. You've got mimic tears, you've got fucking spells, you've got incantations. It's like an old fella in the pub reminiscing about the old days. Lad, when I played Dark Souls 1, the run to Ornstein and Smo. Put fucking hairs in your chest, boy. Put hairs in your fucking chest,
boy. Back in my day, we only had throw lightning and that other thing. The force, expanding force.
Yeah, whatever. You didn't even use incantations.
He was just giant, yeah.
If you used incantations, you were gay in my day.
You were gay, and you wore the giant dad mask. If I saw anyone in it, what's the thing?
The father mask.
The father mask.
Yeah. You get
That's
from
when
Pinwheel.
you knew who your daddy was.
Yeah. It's the only way that you know who your real father was back in my day. We praised the sun back in my day, boy.
Man and boy, praise the sun.
Fucking all these kids are around now praising dung and whatever.
You know, that's really funny is that you are going to turn into that fella. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be in the pub at 60 years of age.
You young'uns don't know what it's like.
You don't know what it was like. The fucking run to not have fast travel until the latter half of the game when that part was shit anyway. Fucking...
And that part, and we liked it better that way.
We liked not having fast travel back in my day.
We liked Lost Isles. It was the best.
It was the experience that is. It reminds me of the tar. You know, these kids these days fucking vaping and drinking cans of Monsters. But you know what I had back in my day? I had a Capra Demon, a boss with 2 dogs in the room. 2 dogs remind me of my childhood dogs. It'd fucking go for your balls every other day. What do you get now? You get a fucking steak America that respawns outside the boss room every single time.
Mm. Damn, yeah, no, that's a good point. You're a big old.
These fucking kids, man. They don't know what they've got. They don't know what they've got. They don't know what they've got, Josh.
Hey, learn your history.
Like, I did have that reflection when I was doing things. It's like, thank fuck, because the run to Ornstein and Smo in Dark Souls 1 where you just
shut up, old man.
No, where you
fucking
shut the fuck up.
You fucking
where you had to learn how to parry because there was
no, you didn't.
Yes, you did. There was fucking 10 black knights between you and Ornstein and Smo.
No, just run.
No, you fucking parry them.
Get good.
Get good.
Yeah.
That's like running away. Doesn't sound get good. Fucking season 2 JoJo.
That is
fucking
good.
parry, bang.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Why would you fight shit like that? No. Just run through. That's how you know you're a good Souls gamer, is you just ignore most of the enemy.
Yeah, that's the
I took
strat.
your advice in Erdtree. I was like, why the fuck am I bothering with that? Oh, this shit.
Sprint straight to Millennia. That's exactly what I did.
Get straight through. Jobs are good.
Boom, done.
Yeah.
Game complete. I don't want to see your content, Miyazaki. Fuck
I
you.
think that's really funny that is going to be like, that is what old heads do.
No,
It's
that's
like the fella from Jaws or
already
whatever.
the conversation people having with Elden Ring. So when the DLC came out, it was like, oh fine, fuck these then.
Yeah.
Renala, Moons, go.
It's hard
Have
as
you? The one I struggled with the most was the cunt in like the basement by Saint Trina,
The horsey.
the horse like putrescence man.
Yeah.
He kicked my fucking
He
ass.
wasn't too
lad.
bad for me.
See, Renala, I got like second go.
That's
Hippo.
wild, too, man.
Hippo, first go.
I hated that hippo. I nearly killed it on the first try, and then it ate me with its grab, and I was just like, hey, you fucking porcupine bitch. I hated that thing. I hate that hippo.
The DLC is so good. Like I honestly believe because Elden Ring was like my least favorite of all of them, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
At the time because like one didn't finish
Less
it.
than 3?
I probably prefer at the time. I was like, I love 3. Like
Damn.
I really, really enjoyed
I think
3.
I should go back and replay 3.
3's I've never played the DLC in 3, you know.
Ring City's really good.
Yeah, I played 3 once and I went, yep.
Maybe
I don't really
that's
need to
it.
go back to it. I'm like, so maybe going back to it might make me feel other thoughts
I
about
don't
it.
want to go back to any of the Dark Souls games.
I
don't think I could anymore.
Bloodborne. I like doing. Have you beat any of them multiple times?
2. Which is I beat 2 twice, and
That's so funny.
I did the boss rush in Sekiro. That's what I did.
I've beat them all apart from 3 multiple. I've beat 1, I think, like 7, 8
Yeah,
times.
no, fuck 2 and 1 again.
Yeah,
I would have done. I either did 1 twice, or I got to like Lost Islet, and I went, yeah, fuck this game. I did the first half and the DLC again, and I went, it's actually not getting any better from here, so maybe I should just fucking dip
DLC in Dark Souls 1's good.
Yeah.
3 only beat the once. Bloodborne I've beat like 4 or 5 times, I want to say.
So sad.
Sekiro,
My
I beat
only
like 3 or
knowledge
4
of
times.
Bloodborne, my only knowledge of it is watching other people play a Nightmare Kart on the PC. That's all I've got is the kart racing.
Bloodborne's fucking fire, lad.
But Elden Ring,
we should low poly stream Bloodborne in the
no,
studio.
Nightmare Kart.
We should do Nightmare Kart.
Nightmare Kart would be fun. What have you switched up your weapons, your armor, or anything
Yes.
Because I've gone for killing things with my bare hands,
Ooh.
which is really fun.
I haven't tried the bare hands yet, you know.
Yeah.
What I've done, so as I was saying, fucking Elden Ring was like my least favorite. It's went well up the stands now. Both from getting back into it,
And actually
playing,
finishing it.
and actually, yeah, I haven't finished it yet. 'Cause I basically got up to where the Erdtree burns down, and I went right DLC time now, and I've just DLC'd it. So I'm still on my first character, but even getting to that, I was like, yeah, this game is fucking fire.
It's really,
I think just of the, I think having experience in those games and having a bit more reconnaissance and a bit more information about what you're doing, for me, makes them more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the mystery, but the mystery also gives me like anxiety. You're like, what the fuck's next? Like,
I think I have a hard time because I start every game with like, I'm going to do everything I can. And that's like not the fucking
No,
move.
that's
When you're
not.
going through these little dungeons and the catacombs, I have to say, that I think they've made them as good as they possibly can be. But they're fucking terrible. They are like by far the worst thing in the fucking game.
100%.
When it's like you go down your 3rd giant lift and it's like, oh,
Come on. Yeah. So when the DLC came around, most of the game I was I used the one weapon, which I was like really, because I thought that was a huge issue with the main game with me, and a thing that took it away from me is like, by the time that you've upgraded the whatever you've decided to upgrade, the
There's
amount
not
of
a ton of
time
stuff,
and
yeah.
resource to change to a different weapon is like unrealistic.
the DLC
I
is
find.
really good for that.
So the DLC just funnels you fucking stones and ruins that you can just essentially, any new weapon you get, you essentially can max it out immediately. And I've really enjoyed that. To be fair, the weapon I'm using at the minute is actually a main game one. It's Blythe's sword. And I'm wearing Blythe's armor, and I'm essentially role playing as Blythe during the fucking DLC, being the furry that
Being Ranny Sim.
Yeah, being the furry that I was born to be, Josh.
I think you should have been a fairy. I think
so.
I think it's in the genes.
One or two different decisions in my life, and I'm there.
For sure. What animal would you be?
Wolf.
Would you be a wolf? Really?
Yeah. I know that's for a bit normie in the scene, but like I like scalies.
scene.
Yeah, I like the idea of being a scaly, like being a lizard man.
Yeah.
I think they're cool.
Yeah.
But I know I have a wolf tattoo and everything, lad.
Do you? Oh, Sif.
I have a Sif from Dark Souls 1. Well, no, it's
You see me leg?
back in my day, my dogs had swords in their fucking goblet. Yeah, well, it's not a direct Sif. It's like a sailor tattoo of like a traditional. But then I went, here, you know that wolf that you draw there, Garth? Is there any chance you could just stick a sword in its gob? And then for me, I'm like, yeah,
I've got a
Souls
fox
tattoo.
with a sword in its mouth, but mine's for Zorro, who is actually a person.
Is your fox a Zorro reference?
That's what Zorro means. It means fox.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
I thought
It's like, you know,
it
in
was
the
a
movie
fox.
where
I thought it was a
Antonio-
foxhound thing.
When Antonio Banderas goes,
What do you mean? No, a fox with his fucking a blade in its mouth, and Metal Gear Solid being
listen,
so much to you.
I can't. It's so wild. No one knows that Zorro means fox because when Antonio Banderas goes, I can't believe I'm here in the lair of Zorro, the lair of the fox. Everyone goes, oh yeah, I guess.
Like what? Just that
Andy
bit gets
Hopkins
deleted.
just goes, yes.
I haven't seen Zorro since I was a child.
Let me tell you. Listen, pause your Elden Ring and find the 1995 Mask of Zorro. It's maybe like my favorite film. I love that film. I love Zorro.
What happened to it?
Well, he fucking saves the day, obviously, and it's
He's a cool guy.
Right? So it is peak attractiveness. Antonio Banderas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Anthony Hopkins. To be fair, it's Silver Fox, right? But it's just them very sexily doing like a superhero origin story that's also a revenge plot, and it's very, very good. And there's lots of, you know how I talk about, I like jumping up on a table and going ha ha and that kind of thing. Lots of sword fights. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking
all from
so
Zorro.
good. Yeah,
Oh, lad.
literally. And then I read The Three Musketeers, which was like even better.
3 Zorros?
Yeah, exactly. Well, 4 actually, but
4?
exactly, 4
What?
Zorros.
4 Musketeers?
Yeah. And then-
four amigos?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, all for one and one for all, which is like my heroic. Hey, wow! And now
Holy
you're
shit,
seeing
it all makes sense. It all comes
that
back
led
to
me
Zorro.
to playing Elden Ring with the rapier because I like it because that's what Zorro would do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got up to the falling star beast in Mount Gelmir and tried to kill it and realized I did 0 damage to it and quit. And then
And then you're like, Zorro
started-
is gay.
Exactly. And then I started reading Berserk and went, this guy seems pretty cool. And now I've come back and I'm just hitting everything with the sword going, I'm not going to do the Guts theme tune. That's pretty good, actually. It was better than any, right?
Guts is class. Berserk's class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elden Ring is just Berserk.
Read Berserk. Do you reckon it's just Berserk? I don't think
No, yeah, that's reductive to be like Miyazaki.
Well,
just
what's his
copy
name is
Berserk.
like, OMG, it's literally Griffith. The baddie.
Mom,
in-
Mikola.
yeah.
He's pretty.
It is
Griffith. It's
pretty
pretty.
Griffith, to be fair.
I mean,
is Griffith. It is exactly like Griffith.
And there's what like when I first read Berserk, I was like, oh lad, yeah.
Did you know what
that's-
happened?
No,
In Berserk,
no,
did
I
you
mean,
know what happened?
like the eclipse. You mean?
Yeah.
I knew a bad thing happened. I didn't know the details of the
If only
bad
you
thing.
knew how bad
Yeah,
things
I
really
knew
were.
Volume 14 was renowned to be like some bad shit happens, and when you read Berserk, everyone, it's very good, and you obviously go, oh, this broken character, how does he get to this? And then it time travels to his birth, drops out of his corpse, he gets diddled. And you know what? Maybe that's the life lesson we all need, Josh.
I didn't realize that was in Elden Ring at all. Is
What,
this in
the-
the
what, the
item
tree?
descriptions?
We're getting diddled. What did
Well,
everyone
I
on the
was
internet called Mog the Mog Lester? Mog Lester.
It does have the fingers for it. Oh no! Oh no! That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Mog was cool. wasn't he?
No, Moog is such a fucking bitch. And I love that
Moog's
in-law,
so
he's a massive pussy as well, who no one likes. He's just there in his little castle that no one else lives in.
He was a rat child because he was like, you're an ugly creature. Into the sewers you go. And then he went, I'm going to be the Blood King.
Exactly.
And then he got
interestingly,
molested
if I was going to be a fairy, I think I would be a rat.
like Master Splinter.
Hi.
Would you do the voice?
What's the Master Splinter voice?
You know the Master Splinter
No,
voice.
I actually don't. I know the Turtles voices.
It's just a rat voice.
Go on.
Yeah. Ohio gozaimasu.
He doesn't speak Japanese.
He sounds Japanese.
What does that sound like? Imagine I'm your favorite turtle.
I am a Japanese rat. Hello, Leonardo.
They're called Ratanese, actually.
I wonder how different that show would be if it was 4 rat ninjas and 1 master turtle. Kung Fu Panda.
Probably. Oh, damn.
Sorry there.
Damn.
Panda the rat.
Shit, everything is like, everything really
Everything's
is
a
like,
reference.
That's crazy.
There's no original thoughts
There's
anymore,
5
Josh.
steps of separation between Kung Fu Panda and Berserk at any one time. That's crazy.
That is pretty crazy, actually.
Right.
Maybe everything leads back to Berserk.
So you were
This
trying to talk
podcast-
about your
my
favorite
build.
weapon.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But you're like,
It's 'cause I've been-
you should read Berserk. I know this came out in 1989, but you should start reading this critically acclaimed manga.
So I was a Dex build up through all the main game and used Moonveil, and that was it. And I was quite bored of just using the one thing, but then I didn't have enough resources to funnel into other bits. Whereas the DLC gives you loads. Here we are. I've been using the Royal Great Sword. So
What's that one?
It's Blives.
Oh,
It's Guts' sword, but magic.
Oh.
That's it. But you can do a cool flippy in the air with the Sasha
do
Warp's
that.
class.
You can do that with the greatsword.
No, but you do a flippy and you go, "Gah!" and then
do
you do
that
an
with-
ice blast.
Oh, gross. You want to be an ice wolf?
Yeah. Oh. And I've been using Renala's great swords. They've been
Yeah,
fun
those look sick.
because because one's magic and one's fire, and then if you basically hold her L2 and press either the right or the left, depends on the type of magic it uses. So if you do the right, then it sends magic projectiles. If you do the left, it's a fire AOE.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool, folks? Ain't that cool, kids?
Whoa.
AOE, area of attack, area of
Effect.
Thank you.
Whoa. No, that actually does sound quite cool. I'm just really, you know what? I always,
No, like
I always
if
make
you
fun
were
of-
a woman listening to this podcast, like you'd immediately
Imagine.
dry up
why?
because this is the worst conversation of just like, yes, I like the stats and I like the Elden Ring's a super nerdy.
Much like Goku, I don't care about stats. I don't know.
Just want power up.
I make fun of faith and intellect builds partly because they're lame, but also because I'm not smart enough to make them work. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't have to remember like what numbers I need to cast. I don't understand scaling. I just see big weapon and put the points into big weapon.
Yeah, I only realized at the end of the game that you have to upgrade your staff to make the scaling of the magic better. I was literally the whole game was like, magic sucks. Why would anyone use this? It does no damage compared to my sword.
Yeah.
And then it was like, and I think I literally looked up, why is magic so shit? And then I was like, you need to upgrade your staff, dummy. And I upgraded my staff. I went, Splinter?
Splinter. Is that the noise he makes?
Yeah.
I can't remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Really?
That's all. Not really.
It's just a couple of party dudes.
I do like saying shell, yeah.
Shell, yeah. Bro.
But you don't often get the chance to say shell, yeah.
No, it doesn't come up, does it?
No.
Other than like, if you know what, there's a pond by my house. There's a couple of turtles there. Could drop a shell, yeah, there.
You probably could.
I think there's like 4 instances in life.
There was a
drop
wrestler
shell,
called
yeah.
Shark Boy who had a catchphrase that he pretended to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Like Lava Girl and
He
Shark
got
Boy.
paid. He had the copyright to that. He got paid out. He could retire off Shark Boy and Lava Girl money. And that,
So
I think,
good.
if anything else, is worth shell, yeah. You know what aren't shell, yeah, is there?
What aren't
Crabs and lobsters.
Yeah.
They fucking suck.
Shall no.
Shell, no.
Shell,
Get
no.
away.
Or
Get the shell away from me, honest to God, you fucking lameoids. Why is this lobster allowed to shoot like a fucking rail gun at me? You know what I mean? It feels like they designed something for Armored Core and then just went, let's make it
lobster.
Make it something that
make
would
it
work.
a crustacean. Yeah, that's fine. I always think that animal but big are always the worst enemy.
They suck, yeah.
Big rats, big
Sick.
crabs, big
Terrible.
lobsters.
Yeah, animal.
Delicious.
Big. Animal. Did you remember that used to be the really big criticism of like Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 is it's just man in armor.
Yeah.
But now,
Animal bit big.
animal but big. Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus,
pretty big.
bear, pretty big.
Yeah, those bears. So,
the
although
bears
the rune bears are worse,
Yeah.
the actual legendary bears are fine.
They're fine. The normal, just roaming rune bears that will absolutely annihilate
They
you
still
are
fuck
easier
me
than
up.
the bosses.
They still fuck me up.
Yeah,
Honestly, they terrible. But I'm excited for the DLC because it's making me. I'm excited to finish it and then finish the game because it makes me actually want to go back and play a new game.
I had
plus
the
with new
exact
weapons.
same thought. Starting that game with all the stuff that you have and being able to experiment more.
Yeah.
That's when that game really opened up to me. It was like, oh, I can just try different things. Like when I got to BAYLE, but you've done BAYLE, yes. But I think that's the best bit of the DLC.
Do you reckon?
Curse you, BAYLE! Curse your rotten hide.
I think it's crazy that we've gone this long without
A curse you,
having
BAYLE?
something. Yeah, well, yeah, but also just like what kind of genius was like Miyazaki-san? Why don't we just?
Make an NPC that isn't shit.
Yeah, exactly. And screams when he comes into the boss thing.
Yeah, so there's a dragon boss at the head of the peak called, what's it called? I know he's BAYLE, but does he have an
I
extended
call him
name?
Calamite
Calamite.
because I remember the DLC. No, he's just the hard DLC dragon boss, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah, and he's all decrepit and disabled. And he's got no hands.
And as such, he must die.
Curse you, BAYLE.
He just hates disabled people.
He's IGON the ableist. it's because BAYLE eats his leg and turns him into the one thing he hates most in the world.
Yeah, so he creates a covenant to euthanize disabled people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that in an item description somewhere.
All for a blue badge. Curse you, BAYLE. And a hail of harpoons!
Exactly.
That was my favorite bit. Just summoning him so he can shout at the dragon.
Yeah, it makes it more tolerable for sure.
Doesn't it? Yeah, the BAYLE fight fucking I struggle
hard
with
dragon
that.
DLC
Yeah,
fight.
so what was cool with BAYLE is that before you fight a guy called like the Dragon King, and he's just a dude, he's just a cosplayer. And he drops the dragon katana. Did you use it?
No.
So it's an anti-dragon katana.
Oh fuck! Is it like the spear for Rick?
No, it's not. It's not that potent, but it's Ash of War is basically you jump in the air and you slash, and it just does mega damage to him, and it makes
wouldn't
it
be
makes.
the
I basically just fully upgraded that one. I'm going to use this, and it was a lot of fun, and it was just different, and I'm never going to use it again.
Have you seen the mods that they've got for Elden Ring where they've put the weapons from like
Naked
Monster
ladies, yeah.
Hunter?
What?
What? Sorry.
Huh?
What?
Finger mittens? But actually, the verb?
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
What?
What word did you say?
I said. Say in English.
Okay. I'm really fucking confused by that. But when they put the Monster Hunter,
I was making a hentai. I changed my character's hentai characters joke. I said naked ladies. You said mod, and I went, well, what other mods is there other than naked lady mods?
right. Thanks for explaining that to me.
Yeah,
It was the speed that you said the
Sorry,
phrase
yeah.
naked lady. The made me just, oh,
What? Have you seen the Street Fighter mods?
which ones? The nudie ones.
Yeah. What else? I don't look at any other mods, Josh.
Anyway, the mods for Elden Ring put the weapons from Monster Hunter in there. So you can
Right.
have like the most ridiculous shit, which lets you like fly about and then just like dive bomb shit from the top of the boss arena and stuff. And I think that would be very fun.
I mean,
think
I
that's
can picture the dive bomb right now. Fucking breast flying
fucking hell.
from the top rope.
Are Elden Ring players horny?
Yeah,
Are they?
lad. Yeah, fucking. Yeah, people thirst overall. Like,
Mentally thirsty.
I seen a thirst post the other day of like I think there's like 2 new female characters. One that's
Well, Marissa's in it.
who?
Marissa.
Which one's
From
Marissa?
Street Fighter. From your precious fighting game.
Is she in
Yeah,
Elden Ring?
Redmayne, what's her name?
Oh yeah, fucking yeah, she's cool. Lena, people are thirsting over her. There's the girl in the you know the finger man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm on about. He lives
Hornson or whatever.
not Hornson. No, the guy that lives in the castle and wears the hat, turns into the finger monster.
Yes.
He has. Have you met her? Yeah. So she's just there chilling.
Yeah.
And she's just like dark and mysterious.
And then there's St. Trina. She's
a flower. Yeah.
She seems like she gets some thirst
Yeah.
after her. I mean, if Millennia does, then like, she.
Yeah.
Would, you know what I mean?
Have you not seen?
I don't actually look up Elden Ring
What do you
porn
mean?
at all. In fact,
I mean, how else are you going to learn the lore?
in fact, you video in one. Rule 34 in the other.
Yeah.
I just feel such a deep connection to these characters.
Makes sense.
Mm.
Now I can't do boss fights without. Curse you, Bale! Sorry, I went off the rails.
Just got a super humiliation fetish. You know,
Yeah, just kept dying and dying.
back in my day, we were horny for the boys.
Back in my day,
There were no girls to horn after. Quelaag, she was a spider, but she had tits.
Doesn't even have a vagina. It's just a fucking insect, like.
Arachnid.
It's just an arachnid. That's all you needed back in my
The
day.
stickiest thing going on was the
Son,
web.
sit down. Listen. The one woman with big tits was an illusion the whole time and was actually just a trans man.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, do I? That was a moment.
Yeah.
Magnificent chest.
Yeah, magnificent chest. that was such an odd, like you beat Ornstein and Smo and your reward is a giant woman with giant cleavage that's keeping the lights on.
She really is, isn't she?
Yeah.
And if you decide to kill this woman who does nothing to you, she's like, you're so cool and smart. And if you're just like, fuck
good
you,
boy.
bitch.
Well done. You can teleport. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Souls 1, there's just a giant, look her up. Dark Souls 1, giant titted lady. You're welcome.
But if you're super based and decide that you hate all, because that is the best thing.
You
is
get rewarded with a trans boss fight.
There's absolutely no. I don't even think they're trans. No, it's not. They're not trans, right?
No,
they're not.
their dad decided that they were trans.
Because they're good at moon magic. He went, well, you're a girl now. Or is it Gwendolyn?
Gwendolyn.
I was just like, I don't want to be a girl. And he's like, well,
well, you're
maybe-
good at magic.
Yeah, you're good at moon magic.
What's the real life equivalent to that?
Just deciding to raise your child as a girl or a boy. You know what I mean?
You're just really good at skipping.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You're a girl now.
is that what moon magic is? I'm
magic.
trying to think. Oh,
What's
I
like
feel
what's
like
the
we've
thing that
treaded into a
yeah, we're in the weeds
murky
now. Yeah, there's
zone.
only a few people watching now. We're at the end, but it's like so. You little Josh running around having a fun time playing football, being a boy.
Yeah.
What's the thing that you do that your dad goes, "You're a girl now"?
I really liked Living La Vida Loca when I was a kid. So maybe
One too many Macarenas.
you can get the Spice
There's a
Girls.
trans build-up stat.
Oh, bro, that's not how it works. Holy shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm joking, Josh. It's a joke. It's a Christmas joke.
It's a Christmas joke. I don't stand with him. I stand with you and your struggle. I don't know. I don't think Gwendolyn is trans.
No, I think he's
He's just super fucking depressed.
An abused child.
By an old man. Back in my
Back
day,
in my day.
there was one woman
And one man.
and you had to kill her. Is this like your Liam Neeson moment where you admit 30 years down the line, I was just so angry I wanted to kill every woman I could find.
I thought she was an illusionary wall. so
I was so in the weeds that I thought all women held an illusion and I must hit them.
I thought she was a mimic chest.
She was.
A mimic chest.
And just because that you got lucky one time.
Her chin was pointing the wrong direction.
Because of that, I had
Dark
to
Souls
kill
1
a man
references. I hope people like Dark Souls. I'm sure they're going to watch this episode if they do like Dark Souls, so they understand our Dark Souls references.
I'm sure they do. It's not like people would watch something and comment on something that they have no idea about. Right?
Back in my day, we commented whatever we wanted.
We just said things. We just said things and we didn't care. I love how this is how you're going to be in 30 years, because you've admitted, like, everyone younger than me is a bitch. Back in the day, I used to think it was fine to hit women.
No, I
and
didn't.
maybe still,
I
you
didn't
did.
say
You were
that.
like,
I did not
back
say
in
that.
my day, I used to bash Guinevere because she's not real, like all women, or something like that.
I'm playing
and
a
used
character.
to kill.
I'm playing a character.
Yeah, but that's you in the future, isn't it? That's the bit. Is that's you in the future?
It's not me in the future.
You had some questionable.
I'm echoing the things I've heard in a Castledeg pub. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, well, that's
They talk about Dark Souls a lot in Castledeg.
because they're in 2008.
Yeah, it's perpetually stuck in 2008, Josh.
I'm not so sure. No, I'm not finishing that.
Do you have anything else you want to say about the DLC other than DLC good?
It's very good.
It's fucking class.
Oh, it's very good. But
it's. I think the DLC has made Elden Ring a much better game.
It actually has. I think the experience is way better.
I think Elden Ring for me sat on honestly, 8 at the most.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Which for games is like dog shit.
Yeah. Whereas now it is raised much higher. I think it's like my possibly second, could be my favorite FromSoft.
Wow.
Could be.
Holy moly. I think the way that it feeds into New Game Plus is probably what's going to be its best legacy.
Yeah.
The fact it costs £35 is a bit much, but
it's
kind of worth it.
It's kind of worth it.
It's kind of worth it. Honestly, if, like you say, if you were to sit Calvin when he comes back from whatever he's doing in America,
when he's passed through TSA,
get that text any day, any second now, and just sit him down and be like, "That's Elden Ring." I think you could do that to someone who didn't know the base game, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah."
I think what's going to be quite a hard sell for people is that you have to buy the full game, and then imagine you didn't own Elden Ring already, and then you're like, "What? It's £95 I have to spend on this fucking thing."
I would say for anyone who's not bought it is that if you get up to if you are getting to the point where you're fighting Millennia and you're fighting, you'll know if you want it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
this
what I mean?
is true.
You don't have to buy
that's
it
probably
on
a
the
real good
outset.
point. Don't buy the DLC along with the base game, because you literally have to pay it's like 60 hours before you can even get to the DLC. I'd say.
Yeah, it's a long old time. If you can beat if you can beat Morgoth and you can get through the field of very angry bears, I would say think about it.
Yeah, I think if you can get the Atlas Plateau part, then you go, right, you like this game enough, and because you have to be fucking already mega strong to even think about doing the DLC.
Exactly, which I am.
Mega strong. You look like one of the rune bears with that coat.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
My breath attack's horrible.
Can I draw Rule 34 of you?
We can make some Rule 34.
A couple of bears.
Yeah.
A couple of rune bears.
Rune bears.
Yeah.
Right, this is dragged on way too much. You've already said some very questionable things.
Yeah.
Despite your rural... No, not we. Not we. You. Are you going, I hate women.
Back in my day.
Back in my day. And still today.
Today.
If you wanted to play Dark Souls, you had to have some very questionable opinions, which I still hold.
Still do. You won't fucking stop me, mother.
Where are you going? Please don't leave.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a nice arc.
So yeah, we've went through the whole thing.
That would be the equivalent of them killing you in game.
Yeah.
Is them going, maybe I shouldn't have said all of those things online.
I think I understand your situation. I could be better in the future.
Please scrub my Twitter.
I still don't understand really, but I'm trying to be a better man.
Oh, that's quite nice. And then the next hit is killing you, and you go, wait
a minute.
What are you doing that for?
This game's gay. It's character. It's character. It's character.
Yeah, it's true. You can
What's the name of the character? What's the name of the character?
Dylan Lynch.
Maybe that's how I get away with stuff. This is just all character.
It's all
My name's not even Dylan.
No, it is. It's just the character's also you, and that's all of your mannerisms.
It's just me in the future.
We're acting, guys. It's
Come on, have you not heard of the arts?
Exactly.
What the farts?
I'm gone.
Thank you.
That was not bad.
Back in my day, BAYLE.